show in this country.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolute pleasure to welcome everybody here to the capital of Ghana, Accra. We are live on DAZN for the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing scheduled for the IBF International Light Heavyweight Championship. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing, Legacy Rise Sports, and 258 Boxing. This bout is sanctioned under the auspices of the International Boxing Federation. The president is Daryl J. Peoples. The supervisor is Tony Tiberi. Introducing your three judges scoring this title contest from ringside. From France, Jerome Lattis. From Zimbabwe, Patrick Ndongikwa. And from Ghana, Nathaniel Obeng. And at the sound of the bell, your third man in the ring, referee Dion Duarte. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the stage is set and we are here. This is it. The time has come. I said the time has come. From the four corners of the world to the four corners of this ring right here in Accra, Ghana, the fight starts now! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears the maroon with white trim. He scaled 174.7 pounds. His professional record, 19 victories, 4 defeats, 1 draw, with 12 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Crystal Palace, London. Here is the former WBA International Light Heavyweight Champion and the former World Title Challenger, Craig Spider Richards. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, he wears maroon with white. He scaled 174.5 pounds. Professional record, 22 victories, 2 defeats, 1 draw, with 14 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Lewisham, London. Here is the former British, Commonwealth, and European light heavyweight champion, Super Dan Azeez.
Okay, Craig, Dan, I've given you instructions in the dressing room. Obey my commands at all times, protect yourselves at all times. Anything here and upwards is good, anything below that is low. Anything here and upwards is good, anything low is low, okay? That's gloves, good luck, God bless.
Quality, no-nonsense clash of honest, hardened professionals who have shown us plenty of quality and action over the years. Craig Richards and Dan Azeez top this huge Ghanaian show. All the smiles of the week replaced by serious business. They live 5 minutes apart in South London. They share the same barbers. They've shared many, many rounds as amateurs. Now this is a huge night for the pair of them. And I think it's a case, Darren here, of winner takes all at this stage.
Oh, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. Where does the loser go? It's going to be a tough road back. But who can establish their jab first? Who can get their game plan into play? As I said there, Dan Azeez promising aggression and pressure in this contest. Can Craig Richards get behind that jab? Can he use the feet well? Can he let his hands go more freely, as we believe he can?
It's amazing, actually. They've never met before as pros. Very similar records. Dan Azeez has had 25 outings. Craig Richards, 24. 41 wins between them. Only 6 defeats. Both tip-top. And at their best, very, very good. Craig Richards believes that the move to Tony Sims has helped him. Dan Azeez, well, he fought recently and in Nigeria, so in the heat of the outdoors in Ghana, that may be a slight advantage to him.
Using the jab well. Dan Azeez bending the knees and shooting it up. Good footwork, though, from Craig Richards there, just avoiding the shots. Nice jab back from Richards.
I don't think that jab landed, Darren, but fair enough.
I think a shot for Craig Richards, we're watching the fight, Dan Azeez versus Lewis Edmond, albeit a little while ago, is where Edmondson was taller. Dan Azeez obviously the short, and he does crouch down when he looks for that jab to the body. There's an uppercut there for Craig Richards, so it's important for Dan Azeez to get those elbows tucked in, keep that head moving.
Yeah, Dan Azeez 5'10", Craig Richards about 6'1", although I stood next to him earlier on in the day and I thought he was a lot taller than that, but he has got the height and the reach. And if he utilises that and gets in a rhythm, that could frustrate Dan Azeez. But Azeez is so good at walking fighters down, getting up close and personal. He's very solid, very strong.
He's like a throwback, isn't he, Dan Azeez? In your face, no nonsense. Nice eye guard.
When he fights like that, and he looks like that with the long white socks. Marvin Hagler, his hero, and those sort of classic small red and white trunks.
I mean, Dan Azeez, you spoke about his height being 5'10", but his reach is just as long as Craig's. You're seeing him beat Craig to the jab. He's nice and composed. Look, there we go again. He's just beating Craig to the jab. Craig thinks he's out of range, and he's dropping his lead hand, and Dan's just popping him with a jab.
He looks very relaxed there, Dan Azeez, getting centre ring.
Yeah, changing the levels well there. Jab upstairs, right to the body, went back up with the left hook. Missed with the final shot, but still better than a Craig Richards now to try and get his jab into play. He's leaning back off the jab of Dan Azeez. I'd like to see him fire back with a right hand.
Good opening this from Azeez. Very experienced cornerman, Martin Bowers, you know well, Denzel.
Yeah. Also, my trainer and manager, Martin Bowers, very nice and composed in the corner. Knows how to get his message across. And I think that's what Dan needs in this stage of his career. No confusion, just straight to the point. And that's what he's been receiving in his last few fights. And I think they've gelled really well since being in the gym in about 2 years now, and it's working.
And in the other corner, your old man, Tony Sims. So the pair of you know these trainers well.
Yeah, look, both of them are spot on. They know the sport inside out. Very good man managers, good technicians when it comes to executing game plans. And they could be pivotal in a fight that could be very close.
Seltz and Charlie in there with Tony in that blue corner, and the black trunks of Craig Richards, who's 35 now. Dan Azeez 36, but I tell you what, he looks a young 36. The shape of him, he's always in such impeccable condition. Both of them said sparring has gone well. There's no excuses. The better man will win. At the moment, it's Azeez who just seems to have made the slightly quicker start.
And said exactly what he was going to do. It's not reckless, though, is it? It's intelligent. Needs to keep varying up that jab. Like I say, he bends the knees and fires it up nicely from the hips. Stabs it into the body as well. It's down to Craig Richards now to get the rhythm behind his jab. Jab, long left hook, then follow the right hand through. But that's a lovely right hand over the top from Dan Azeez.
And a jab as well. He looks right on song here. Azeez early. Richards maybe slightly rusty. Hasn't fought since March, but that was a good win over Pedrak McCrory. And there's the jab of Richards.
It was a good victory over McCrory. Really needs to build on that now.
Body shot from Azeez. I think with Richards, sometimes he gets caught betwixt and between. He's a nice boxer, but he can also be aggressive too. I guess it's fusing that right tonight, Denzel.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Craig seems to have, he's been having a look now for a couple of rounds now, and, he's struggling to find his jab because Dan's just in his face and not giving him time to really think. And Dan's in his face, but he's not standing still. He's moving his shoulders, he's rolling the shoulders, he's throwing a jab, and he's throwing it at different rhythms, different times. You can't time Azeez's jab. And I think that's what's being successful for him now. Craig just needs to find, a way to shut that down.
He's tucking up well as well, Dan Azeez. He's got the hands nice and high. He's moving his head side to side. He's bending the knees to defensively. Just a bit tighter at the minute.
More fireworks ahead. Richards just getting a combination together. Back end of the second round. Hasn't done a great deal yet. Hasn't been allowed to.
Got to be sharper with that jab. Craig Richards can't afford to pour it out. Just seen that right hand come over the top from Azeez. It's a good shot.
Richards is hesitating to throw that jab because he doesn't want to miss. He knows missing that jab could result in, you know, paying the price for it. So he's being very cautious and trying to pick when he wants to throw it.
Oh, that's better. Good 1-2, straight down the pipe from Craig Richards.
Battle of the jabs.
Oh, good right hand from Azeez.
Both of them having their success in the second round is starting to catch fire.
Yeah, good start. Azeez working the jab nicely, but the last 30 seconds we see Craig Richards just get into this contest for the first time. A couple of reminders not to pour out shots, commit to the shots. As you say, Denzel, can't afford to be reluctant and sort of pour, as I say, the shot. You're better off fainting, right?
Yeah, exactly. You're better off fainting. See the reaction Azeez is going to make and then throwing off that. But if you're going to pull out the shots, you're giving an opening to Azeez.
Third of 12. Light heavyweight battle here. IBF International belt on the line. And a major sort of late career crossroads fight for Super Dan Azeez and Craig Spider Richards. Thought Azeez won the first, second closer.
It was closer.
Maybe 2-0, maybe.
But better, more promising signs for Craig Richards just at the end of that second round. Started to let his hands go a little bit more. Needs to build from that now.
Yeah, can take time warming into fights, Craig Richards. Had a difficult night against Willie Hutchinson, didn't he, in the Matchroom Queensbury 5v5. Eddie had a difficult night, full stop, didn't he?
It weren't his proudest evening.
That's better from Craig Richards, who's supported by his family, his sisters, as always, just behind us. Plenty of popularity, both of these guys, Denzel, aren't they?
Yeah, no, they are. They're both popular. Richards has got good support. His family, his sisters always travel out for him. Dan out here being, you know, African, West African, Nigerian himself. He's got support. A lot of the Ghanaians are rooting for him because he is the African in this fight. And they both got good support.
Just be careful with that, Azeez. Just lead him with the right hand. I don't think he needs to do that. There's a couple of times he fell short. We've seen a couple of left hook counters just grazing the top of the head of Azeez from Craig Richards. Again, I do feel that uppercut is there for Craig Richards to throw when he crouches down Azeez. But as we know, Denzel, when you throw that uppercut, you are vulnerable.
You are vulnerable, and if you miss an uppercut, you're right open for a straight right hand. So Richards also wants to be careful throwing that uppercut, which is why we haven't seen it yet.
Just leaning back. Craig Richards, he needs to bring his feet out range. Don't lean back. If you're going to lean back, you've got to fire back quickly with the right hand.
Left hook to the body. Just thinking about that, Richards, and Azeez comes back with a couple of his own. Can either really establish a rhythm here, or is it going to be tit for tat most of the way through the 12 rounds?
Still very early in this 12-rounder, Adam, so time to establish that rhythm.
Keep that form. Good work, Dad. Good work. Keep that form. That's nice. That's lovely.
That's the body shot again from Craig Richards, beginning to establish his jab. Azeez getting nice and close. Very well matched, these two.
Yeah, better from Craig Richards, but that was a lovely right hand from Dan Azeez. As I said, when that shot landed, just pulling out of range with his chin high, Craig Richards. And there you see in the changing of levels, bends the knees really well, Dan Azeez.
Yeah, I mean, Dan Azeez is landing them nice little rounds over the top, which is why he keeps shooting for them. But it can be risky, as you said earlier. If he misses with it, he's in line for a counter, but I don't think Richards has realised that yet.
Crucial light heavyweight matchup here. Craig Richards and Dan Azeez. Both of them have lost to Joshua Buatsi. There's plenty of victories on the record as well. Remember Richards having that unlikely shot at Dimitri Bivol. Dan Azeez, British, Commonwealth, European. You wondered if he'd go to world level. I mean, it's so difficult, isn't it, at the moment?
Congested, both on the world scene and domestically, as you say. That's why this is so important. If you want that opportunity to fight for titles, whether it be domestic or something more grand, a win here is a must.
Ring ratings: Dimitri Bivol, Artur Beterbiev, David Benavidez, Callum Smith, Anthony Yard, Albert Ramirez, David Morrell, Joshua Buatsi in 8th, Willie Hutchinson in 10th. Buatsi had that difficult night with Zach Parker. Lyndon Arthur's come through. Now we wait to see what happens with Ben Whittaker in 2026. Such an exciting division.
Some good work from both. Nice 1-2. Walked onto that Dan Azeez. Both starting to exchange a little bit, letting their hands go a little bit more in this 4th round.
That's it. Slow to start pushing the pace.
There's that jab of Craig Richards. Long and accurate. Wasn't landing in the 1st round. Back comes Azeez. He shoots one up, though, doesn't he? He's got that good defence. Crouches low.
He disguises it so well, Adam. You think he's just dipping the knees to avoid any shots that come back. Before you know it, he's just fired it straight through.
He had that fantastic patch, didn't he, Dan Azeez? Stopping Jose Burton and giving us great nights. Terrific action and no nonsense. He'd absolutely fight anybody.
Sharpen up here, Craig Richards, for me. A bit more commitment to the shots. A bit more speed, a bit more desire.
He's just lost his timing here, Richards. His accuracy. Good work from Azeez. Could be down to confidence as well.
That's better.
Tonight.
He's been waiting a little bit too long, Craig Richards. That was better when he was first there.
Oh, lovely right hand from Craig Richards. Azeez slightly troubled by that, and another one. Great finish to the end of the 4th. And best shots of the fight so far for the man from Crystal Palace. And the sisters behind us screaming and cheering. And that was good for Craig Richards.
It was. Good right hand at the end of the round. Probably the best of the fight. Well, the shot that has had the most effects for sure. And again, just proving he's just got to be more offensive, Craig Richards.
Tony Sims is enjoying huge success with Conor Benn and George Liddard, Jimmy Sains, Craig Richards in a camp where there's real momentum. Just seemed troubled a bit. One clumping right hand to the side of the head there for Azeez. Both of them have got good chins.
Oh, they have, yeah. Neither been stopped. Been in there with good quality, as we've said.
Round 5.
Second, third of this one. Round number 155 for Craig Richards, a career that started a decade ago. And it's the 176th for Dan Azeez. Just fine margins, really, between these two. Excellent operators. Both of them have done so much for the British game, and they're lovely guys outside of the ring as well. It's been a pleasure to have them. A lot of respect between the two. No bad blood. Just a job and a business, and a very important night for both to win.
Taking the power out of the shots here, Dan Azeez, and just having a bit more accuracy, a bit more success with the shots.
You could just hear "Let's go Dan, let's go Craig" all around us at ringside. Good work from Azeez.
He's just not loading up. That's a better 1-2 from Craig Richards. Needs to be a bit more busier now with the shots.
And there's the body shot he tries with the left hand. Crisp combination before. I think they know how good each other is, and they can't make mistakes in there. But it's starting just to open up here in the 5th round.
Yeah, both starting to let the hands go a bit more now. Craig Richards certainly. The 1-2, it doesn't need to be greedy here, get carried away or reckless, but the 1-2s. He throws a lovely 1-2 left hook as well, Craig Richards.
Louis Edmondson, Ezra Taylor, who's going to fight Willie Hutchinson. And plenty of young talent like Kyle Davis from Stoke on the light heavyweight scene. Undefeated in 11. So many great matches that can be made in 2026. And this is perfect timing for this. Right hand from Richards. These rounds are close.
Oh, that was a nice little left there. And a left hook as well. Back comes Dan Azeez, though. Good work. Ebbing and flowing in this 5th round.
He's tired, Craig. No, he's not, say the different support around ringside. Oh,
good 1-2
that's
there
a
from
big shot there. And the respect between the pair. Good watch already.
Yeah, he took that well. Craig Richards. It was a lovely right hand from this man here, Dan Azeez. Again, I think they're both feeling the heat in this venue, this stadium rather.
You're feeling it, aren't you?
I'm sweating a bit at him, yes.
And you're not even in there, although you did get on the scales the other day, which worried me.
That's the nerves that's making him sweat, by the way.
Huh?
The nerves are making him sweat. He knows Dan's got his man.
Dan, Azeez winning this fight just for you? What do you think?
Look at that good 1-2 from Dan Azeez there, and that really got Craig Richards going.
Yeah, I've got Dan winning this fight, to be honest. I think Dan's been more accurate. A few times he slipped and been getting caught in between with Craig. But overall, I think Dan's looked pretty more effective in this fight than Craig has.
Yeah, I think just edging it. But so much time left in this. And you still feel an opportunity for one of these to really grab the fight by the scruff of the neck.
Late into the night, in the heat of Accra, Ghana. Remember, tomorrow we're in Nigeria for Lawrence Okoli and Tony Yoka back as well. It's an all-African weekend on DAZN. Great to be in this fabulous continent where boxing plays such a big part. And these two have enjoyed the build-up here. Right hand from Azeez, who's been here a bit longer than Craig Richards.
Frustrating that when he leaves that lead hand out there, Craig Richards, just allowing that right hand to land from Dan Azeez. Didn't load up again with the shot, but certainly a scoring blow, that's for sure.
Boy, that's fucking beautiful. Beautiful work.
Right, that was a good jab.
That's beautiful.
Just walks on to that one, Dan Azeez.
Yeah, good work from Richards. Azeez comes back with one. Just balancing himself now, Craig Richards. centre ring in this 6th round. You sometimes feel with Richards, he's got the tools to make it maybe easier.
I just think be a bit more positive with your work. You know, because it's there when he lets his hands go. Lovely 1-2 left hook. He just threw a couple of good left hooks, head and body there. It's not like we're telling him to do something he can't do.
Sitting inside the pocket. Will that suit Azeez, who's got 14 knockouts to Richards' 12. Both of them can punch, but at this sort of level, tend to go the distance.
Yeah, I think you'd love to keep this inside the pocket, Dan Azeez.
Nice right hand from Azeez. Back comes Richards.
That's where he's got to let his hands go. Don't wait, Craig Richards. Be positive. Be first. Again, leaning back there. It's just allowing Dan Azeez to find that right hand.
Oh, good uppercut.
See, that's the shot.
That's the one you called for from Craig Richards. Got to be careful of that, Azeez, as he comes in.
He threw that well, that uppercut. He didn't load up. He didn't telegraph the shot. He just put it right there, and you can see it lifted the head of Dan Azeez.
Might not be quite as quick as he once was, Azeez, so needs to watch it when he gets in close to do his work, that he doesn't walk into those right uppercuts of Richards. Mixed bag with the jab from Richards. Back comes Azeez with the right hand. Again, both having their successes. Maybe Richards a bit more in this round.
Yeah, but again, he loses his shape on occasions. He comes tall, chin's high, and he gets caught with needless shots from Dan Azeez. Get that chin down, keep your shape, get behind the jab would be my key to success for Craig Richards.
Tight rounds, as we probably expected they would be.
He's definitely getting himself into this fight now, Craig Richards, but I still feel there's more to come. Some clean shots landing, the uppercut that I've been calling for, a bit more positive with the jab. But just at times coming too tall, the chin too high, you've got to keep it tucked down. Don't undo the good work that you've done yourself.
Seconds out.
But yeah, very close.
Round 7.
This one moving fast, already into the second half. Light heavyweight contest at 175 pounds, 12 stone 7, the IBF international belt on the line. Good for ratings, for rankings. Most important thing is for one of these two to eke out the victory, however it comes, so they put themselves in contention with those big light heavyweight fights coming up next year. Matchroom have got Ben Whittaker, of course, arguably one of the biggest stars in world boxing, but Frank Warren at Queensberry has got a huge amount of light heavyweights.
He really has, stacked, stable there. But again, just watching this fight, I feel like they both need to go again. They both need two phases of attack. They need to go again.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think, you know, just like the fight with Tete and the Filipinos, I think someone needs to switch the gears and needs to pick up the pace and then go again, second and third. And I think that would be the decider of who can make this, you know, fight clearer in their favour.
I was thinking of the Queensberry and Matchroom thing. Frank and Eddie are, like us, best mates now, so those matches can be made.
But exactly, they can be made. Both very competitive, as these two are, and this is, you could say, in the balance, close rounds.
Yep, deep into their 30s, that have trained extremely hard, always in fabulous shape, but under the lights with the heat, who's going to finish stronger in those championship rounds? We saw in that Tete fight what happened. Good body work from Craig Richards, although referee Dion Duarte says to keep them up. I thought they were okay.
Take a couple of shots on there from Dan Azeez, just keeping the hands high, the right hand just taking and landing on the left glove of Azeez.
Good work and cameos from Azeez when he shoots that right hand in, just standing off. Who's going to take this fight by the scruff of the neck? And as Denzel was saying, up the gears. Who wants it more? Who needs it more? Probably both.
Yeah, so I think they both need this. You know, like you lot were saying, the careers are on the line. At this age, no one wants to reset. They both want to push on and, you know, box for world honours at some point. And it is a stacked division, but they fancy themselves against anyone, the two of them, which is why they're both risking to put it on the line against each other.
It's a case for both here. Just relax the shoulders and let the shots flow. Stop worrying about tensing up. The singles for me aren't going to be good enough either. Just get a bit busier. Doesn't need to be crazy. Just up the work. This is better from both. Good work.
Yeah, decent action at the end of this round from the pair of them.
It looks like Craig is feeling the pace a bit more than Dan. The way he walked back to his corner and the way he kind of paused there after holding that left hook kind of suggests to me that he's feeling the pace. I'm not sure whether it's the humidity of the weather or he just can't go through the gears.
I did mention the fact that Dan had fought fairly recently in October in Nigeria. This heat had also activity.
Yeah, activity. He's boxed, I think, 2 or 3 times this year. And like you said, he boxed in Nigeria just gone, so he understands the humidity. He's been there, he's experienced it. Craig's first time. I know he boxed in Saudi, which is quite humid, but I'm not sure the circumstances. I know they got a lot of AC in their venues and stuff.
We talked off camera earlier in the day, Denzel, about Dan's confidence and whether that's been affected by the slight sort of dip in form, but you say no.
No, I say no. I think if anything it was the change in trainers. Learning to adapt to a new trainer and being comfortable with a new trainer, it's, you know, it can be challenging at times. You're not getting things right because, you know, you're used to what you've been doing formerly. And then when you adjust, the confidence builds back up.
I'm going to flip it over here. What does Martin Bowers tell Dan Azeez, Darren? And then what does Tony Sims tell Craig Richards?
Bit more positive on the feet. Step in, 2-phase attack, double jab, right hand, variation with a jab, upstairs, downstairs, then that right hand, but be a bit more forceful in the front foot.
I think Tony Sims will be telling Craig to be a little bit more busy with his lead hand. That left hook works for him when he throws it, because the way Dan comes in sometimes. The jab, he needs to keep the jab busy to keep Dan from coming in and closing that gap. And, you know, like Darren said, that uppercut is there, but it's difficult to do when someone's in front of you moving consistently.
How will the judges have it, do you feel?
Well, it's close. You see in the highlights, in the break there, and, you know, it's 6 and 1 and half a dozen of the other. You know, they land 2 or 3, then the other one comes back and lands a couple of shots.
Just like this, and then it makes it hard to score. When you think one's taking it away with their flurry of shots, the next one comes and lands a good shot, and it's like, oh, he's just leveled that up now.
As much as I'm talking about offence and shots that should be thrown, also defence, you've got to stay tight, you've got to stay compact and sharp.
You have to, and that's the difference here. Dan's defence has been more tighter than Craig's. Craig's defence has been leaky, and he's holding shots that he probably shouldn't. He's leaning back because he's reacting to, you know, Dan's movement, because his hands ain't in a safe place, which is what's making him pop his head back.
Yeah, the Azeez defence has been good, but Richards has prized it open at times.
He has. I mean, Richards has landed some good shots in between that guard. But if his defence was tighter, he could possibly be running away with this fight, but it's leaky.
That's a better jab from Richards. Azeez just short, needs it closer. Azeez.
That's
good
better.
right hand.
He's got to
from
throw
Azeez.
that again, though. You land the shot, you round that left-hand side of Craig Richards, then throw the right once more. Just waiting too long there, Craig Richards. That's better. 1-2, but then needs to go again.
Well, you heard the guy behind us. Just let him go, Craig. I think they're frustrated with him.
I think he's tired. He's breathing his mouth open. He doesn't really look steady. I think Dan needs to realise that and step up the pace.
Just looks at Tony in the corner as well, Craig. Back end of the 8th round. This heat, the humidity.
Oh, left hook.
Good left hand. Good right when he finds room, Richards. The shots are good.
Shape and discipline, so important. When you're getting tired in this heat, coming to the later rounds. Nice jab from Craig Richards.
Yeah, good end to the round from Richards.
I want to see more of that, Adam. I want to see that right hand over the jab of Dan Azeez. Dan Azeez, bring your feet and go sharper. Everything from both needs to be quicker.
I think there's going to be mixed feelings at ringside as to who's winning this. I just caught Spencer Fearon's eye and he pointed to Richards' corner. It's close.
Again, look, if you're looking at the highlights, you land one, I'll land one. You land a couple, I'll land a couple.
And that's exactly how it's going, which makes it harder to score definitively, like to make that round so clear. Especially where Dan starts well and then Craig has a little spurt right as that camera goes. It's what the judges remember.
Round 9.
We're already into the 9th round. It's been okay as to watch this light heavyweight fight. Not really caught fire the way we wanted it, but they're both excellent technicians. But they're also deep into their 30s. Are these warriors, are they going to make an impression up at the top level?
Look, a win here and you get the opportunity to find out. But there was a lovely left to the body there from Craig Richards. It was a really good shot, and then he leans back out and he gets caught with a right hand from Dan Azeez.
If you're Eddie Hearn, do you put Ben Whittaker in with the winner or loser?
In a fight's time.
It's a good question, but we need to see where Whittaker is at domestically. These are the top of the domestic food chain. So, you know what? Maybe a case for the loser. Maybe a case for the loser, but the winner must want to push on. Maybe a case for the loser.
Yeah, good point. Denzel, so many opportunities. Right hand from Richards.
This is better, Adam, from Craig Richards. Landing the uppercut. Bit more volume to the work now.
Well, there's a spring in his step, like he's suddenly got a bit of confidence. I'm not sure whether Tony Sims worked on that in between the rounds, but there is a bit more freshness here from Craig Richards.
And the light at the end of the tunnel. Tony used to always say to me in a 12-round fight when you go to the 9th round, 4 rounds left, a 4-round fight, Darren. And it does give you that G up, that little bit of extra something you need.
Just nods there, Dan Azeez. What's he got left in the locker? Late on in this, he's been such a stalwart, former British, Commonwealth, European champion. But is that the level? Can he go on? Who's going to take these last few?
Do you know what? I think this is a good round for Craig Richards.
Probably the best round of the fight.
Yeah, holding the centre of the ring, letting his hands go.
Another right hand from Richards. Good work for the man from Crystal Palace. He just looked down at us, Dan Azeez at ringside. I think he's starting to feel this. Uppercut from Richards.
Better. Look, when he goes through the gears, when he lets his shots go, he's a joy to watch, Craig Richards. He really is.
Yep, he executes his work nicely. I just do think sometimes it is about...
Oh, big one too,
right
Adam.
hand. Azeez comes back, but this is a big round for Craig Richards.
Is he feeling the pace, Dan Azeez? Slowed down a lot in this round.
Yeah, legs look more wooden here for Azeez. He's a sitting duck, and Richards is just moving around much freer. Azeez trying to come back, but nothing in those punches. Almost arm shots from Dan Azeez. Is he tiring?
Starting to throw that uppercut.
Yeah, weary walk back to the corner of Dan Azeez. Denzel Bentley's left us at ringside. I think he's going round to see his stablemate. Just a little bit sorry for himself, forlorn. Craig Richards had that sort of round I was mentioning earlier.
Exactly that. That was a very positive round for Craig Richards. Looking really, really good. Believing in himself now. And I think he sensed Dan Azeez is fading ever so slightly. Looks tired in that red corner as I look across the ring. But you see the highlights here. A good round for Craig Richards. Starting to be more positive, as I say, the 1-2 straight down the pipe. Yeah, just defensively a bit more sound as well. This man needs to find that groove again. Or was it that round, as you pointed out, that is pivotal in a contest?
Round 10, 9 minutes to go. Both of these guys have got to give it everything. Careers on the line here. Craig Richards at 35, a decade in the sport. Dan Azeez, 8 years, but he's already 36. Nearly 50 fights between them, and more fireworks.
Been constant. Nice counter jab, if you like. Just took a step out of range. Craig Richards just walked onto the shot. Dan Azeez. There's not as much as there, Denzel, from Dan Azeez at the minute.
There isn't, but it's been one of those fights where, like we were saying earlier, mentally it's probably been a lot more tiring than it has been physically. There's a lot of thinking going on, a lot of movement going on early. Craig looks like he had a little bit of a new lease of life because of that last one he had, but Dan's just got to pick it up again and knock that confidence out of him.
It's a lot more active, Craig Richards now.
Yeah, he's definitely found a second win.
Right uppercut.
Lovely uppercut, and again from Richards. He just falls back on that rope there, Dan Azeez. He needs something to happen for him at this stage.
But I think he's got to bring his feet in, as I say, but right now, if I was Dan Azeez, I'll be taking my head to the left-hand side and throwing that right hand. Take yourself in a safe zone to the left and throw the right.
Bit of puffiness under the right eye of Azeez. The jab from Richards, who's moving well. And just looks lost in there, Dan Azeez, and stuck in the mud. Comes back with a shot, but more from Richards again in the 10th.
Yeah, he's in control here, Craig Richards.
The good work from Craig Richards. He's really found his fluency.
And second wind.
And confidence.
Yeah, taking more chances. Nice right hook. Better pressure from Dan Azeez, but not really landing anything of note.
Yeah, trying ever so hard to get in tight and take away that jab of Richards. Azeez. That's where he wants him. But he hasn't targeted Richards' body enough for me, Azeez.
He had success early, didn't he, with the straight shots to the body, but yeah, didn't throw enough. And the taller man, which you don't usually see, is having more success with the body shots. 2 sets of 2 shots to the body there. Good work.
Brilliant from Craig Richards at the back end of this round. And he's really in control now.
Yeah, he's really done what we were asking for, Craig Richards. He's just upped the tempo, and he's really making Dan Azeez feel all his 36 years. Just been the busier, more variation, just missing with that left uppercut, but he follows through with a nice right hook, and that's what was missing early on, but we're seeing it now. He's following it up with another shot. As I look at both in the corner as well, it's this man here that looks the fresher. Can he find something, Dan Azeez?
Round 11.
2 to go, Adam.
Yeah, it was pretty close through halfway. We're not sure how the judges are seeing it, but certainly there's a change in the pattern of the fight. Craig Richards has got himself going. There's momentum, and he's finishing the fight better. Dan Azeez has to, Denzel, bring it out now.
He does. It's the last 2 rounds. These are championship rounds. It's who wants it most right now. Who wants it most? I mean, it's a close fight. Dan started good. Craig is finishing strong. But they're both feeling the pace. But Craig will gain confidence if Dan shows fatigue. And vice versa. So who wants it most here?
And look, we've spoke about what opportunity the winner has. But forgetting these two live round the corner from each other. This is bragging rights. This is pride. Who's going to walk to the shop and bump into their rival, knowing that they've won? You know, this is it now.
Oh, they've got so much respect for each other. They'll have plenty of chats in the barber shop. No problem with that. But yeah, you're right. I think it's more important for the professional careers, though, that one of them is going to get that opportunity in 2026. And maybe the loser still, as Denzel was saying, might get a Ben Whittaker or someone coming through. But the winner will have a chance.
Yeah, again, look, it's just putting the extra shot on the end of the combination, Craig Richards. 1-2, then a left hook. We wasn't seeing that earlier. It's a lot better. But again, offensively, it's really, really slowed down from Dan Azeez.
I spoke to him at the big Matchroom event with the unveiling of the new graphics and all that, and he was part of the party, and he was saying to me he just feels so much better this year, that Tony's really helped his confidence and said he's tightened him up, and I just think he's flowing now. And Craig Richards flowing is a good fighter.
Oh, yeah, he is in full flow. He is a joy to watch, as is Dan Azeez. But it's Craig Richards who's finding the target a lot more now. And it's just that increase. I keep saying it, the increase in work rate. Didn't see that last one, but a couple of strayed a little low. The first one I think I see was just on the band. I'm not too sure where that second one landed.
I mean, you don't need something like this when you're tired at this stage of a fight. However,
the rest is handy.
Well, I just think Dan needs to really throw everything at Craig now. He's had some good rounds, some moments in here. Very solid fighter. But Craig Richards, look, runs out. There's just a bounce to him. And we need that from Azeez now. Come on, Super Dan. That's better with the right hand. What's left in the tank for the man from Lewisham? Body shots from Richards. Again, just doing more.
He has a knack inside, doesn't he, Craig Richards? Although he's got the long arms, he manages to find the sneaky little hooks inside and grab hold of Dan Azeez as well. A nice little short left uppercut.
Yeah, good body shots again. Finishing the round well. Azeez comes back at him, but too little, too late. Dan Azeez is in trouble here. Martin Bowers has got to read the riot attack to him. Richard surely ahead now.
Yeah, he is. For sure, without a shadow of a doubt. It was close, wasn't it, in the middle round? You didn't know what way it was going, but we were calling for someone to really be the boss, be in charge of the contest, show the judges and everybody that you want to be the one that pushes on. And it's been Craig Richards who's done that.
And he looks very focused, doesn't he? There's been a great vibe around Craig all week here. I think Tony's magic, you know about it. Conor Benn knows about it. Johnny Fisher needed it, didn't he? After the first round in Monaco. Look at George Liddard, it's a stable in form.
I can't wax lyrical enough about Tony Sims. That extra percentage he manages to get out of you, the man management is fantastic. But aside from that, his boxing knowledge is second to none. Nice jab there from Dan Azeez, but what we need to be seeing, or what we had to be seeing a few rounds ago, was that jab, then step in again, then the right hand. More work from Dan Azeez.
Dan Azeez tries to get to Craig Richards. He knows he needs a massive 12 here. Body shots, he's got to go for it. Leave that impression on the judges. Maybe he needs a knockdown. We don't know how the cards have it. The feeling at ringside
he's hurt.
is that Craig Richards is ahead now. Massive left hook, and there's no way he's getting up from that. Richards wins in a dramatic way in the final round, and that is a silencer. But firstly, our attention goes to Dan Azeez, because we want to make sure he's okay, and he won't celebrate Craig Richards because he has huge respect for his South London mate, and that was a worrying fall from Azeez. He was tired, he had to go for it in the 12th round. Richards ahead, and what a way to seal the deal and announce yourself, Craig Richards, as back in the game. 2026, there's going to be opportunities for you, Spider, but for Dan Azeez, a sad way to finish, and let's hope he's okay. Paramedics all around him, and they'll be given the best medical care. That's the most important thing, and everybody waits for Dan just to get the treatment he needs. And Craig will be hoping that everything is okay. Dan is fine, he's up talking. They're going to get him to his feet. It was more of a tired fall almost as well. The energy had gone, and he was going for it and got caught by a beautiful counter.
Colossal left hook from Craig Richards. That is how you close the show in style. Fantastic shot. You can see what it means to this man here. He's kept his career on track, on good form. You have to say, Craig Richards showed us a lot there. Like I say, I keep repeating myself, that fight was there for somebody to take hold of it, and it was Craig Richards that done it when he had to.
He looked a bit panicky at the beginning, a bit nervous, a lot of pressure on his shoulders as he's boxed well at times first half. But Richards got better and better, and there was an increase in the momentum, in the fitness, the work rate, the effort, and maybe at the end of the day he wanted it that little bit more and was slightly fresher. That was the left hand as Azeez was coming in, and it was good night.
I mean, there was a shot before that hurt Dan Azeez, but the left hook, look at this, right on the chin, completely spins the head.
And doubles the effect because Azeez was trying to throw his own left hand. As you see, he comes in, attempts to throw one left hand, and Richards catches him with that left hook, bang.
Oh, on the point of the chin, the legs completely go. An exhausted fall as well, as you said, but yeah, that is how you get the crowd on their feet here in Accra, Ghana, in a main event that we've been looking forward to for a long, long time. So good to see Dan Azeez sat up, now on his feet. He's a warrior, an absolute warrior.
And look at the respect between the two of them.
Fantastic.
Fantastic to see. They will dine out on sharing a ring in Accra on a special night. Derek Chisora offering his congratulations. Craig's sisters are right alongside us. They go everywhere with him. Dan Azeez, a warrior, a great guy and a great fighter. Who knows what the future might hold for him, but we wish him well. But Craig Richards needed the victory tonight, and what a way to complete this incredible event in Accra.
I mean, the event from start to finish, I'm talking about in the week to this moment here, the closing shots of the main event. It's been fantastic, and yeah, huge victory, a massive win for Craig Richards.
Knockout number 13 for Craig Richards, and that will be the highlight, the sweetest one. He's come to Ghana and he's conquered, and he leaves his career very much intact. They've enjoyed it, haven't they? The president of Ghana and his son. Wonderful.
This contest, the official time of the stoppage, 23 seconds of the 12th and final round, declaring your winner by knockout. And the new IBF International Light Heavyweight Champion, Craig Spider Richards.
So he's the IBF international champion as well, Craig Richards, former British holder and world title challenger. Will he get another chance at top level? Maybe in 2026. His career is still rolling. And on this wonderful night, Jamie, in Ghana.
Ends in a knockout. How was it out
David's going to catch up with him.
First of all, before I say anything, I'd like